Wurmaz, Wurmaz here, and welcome to the Secrets of the Alarūnō. As some of you already know, the second issue of Abgrundjabokiz, Abgrundjabōkiz Twai, was recently published. Among the articles included in the book is also one authored by me, and I will therefore read a small excerpt from my article Þeudatruzlã, Energy-Draining Entities of Germanic Tradition. Troll. One type of supernatural being closely associated with North Germanic tradition are trolls. There are, however, major differences between different regions of the North Germanic area. In Norway, trolls are often described as gigantic. To somehow lesser extent, this conception is also partly present in Icelandic and Danish folk tradition. Nevertheless, these huge trolls are probably more connected with the giants mentioned in the Norse Germanic religion than with ancestral worship. In Scandinavia, the Faroe Islands, the Shetlands and the Orkneys, there are also another way in which trolls, Swedish troll, Norwegian troll, Danish troll, Faroese trøtl, Norn tro, are perceived, namely one according to which trolls are the mysterious human-sized breed of creatures. This belief is prevalent in Sweden, but is also encountered in the above-mentioned geographical areas. Before delving further into the nature of trolls, one very important fact must be pointed out: the difference between the trolls of folklore and those of folk tales. The latter are often depicted as simple-minded and ugly, with a rough body physique, long tails, big noses, pointy ears, etc. These folktale trolls are the ones that are most often encountered in art, literature, and tourist souvenirs. The trolls of folklore are, by contrast, mostly something entirely different. Indeed, they are more or less completely human-like in terms of appearance, even if they do sometimes display certain bodily aspects which reveal their non-human nature, such as a single lock of hair which no human can fully comb, or a tail that can be seen either sticking out under their skirt or from one of their trouser legs. Although they are sometimes described as ugly, they tend to be extremely beautiful and alluring in most cases. Female trolls are sometimes seen wearing extremely elegant clothes and are thus dressed in ways that almost no human would consider when in the wilderness. Trolls live under the ground, in rock boulders, hills and mountains, in forests and in burial mounds. The etymological meaning of the word troll is somewhat uncertain, but seems to be associated with someone that behaves violently. And yet, when reading the state law of the Norwegian king Magnus Håkonarsson, which was written in 1274-76, you're given a clear idea of the fact that the word was mainly used as a general term to refer to anything supernatural or magical that displays a malicious and dangerous character. The king's law states that it's illegal to attempt to wake mound dwellers. In the Norse sagas, trolls are often regarded as being the restless dead. This is in line with the examples according to which they are believed to dwell in burial mounds, as reflected in various names like the Danish høyfolk, mound people, and the Norwegian høgtroll, mound troll. The similarities between trolls and draugar are rather obvious, thanks to the connection between the former and the returning dead, the being's dangerous nature, and their association with burial mounds. In folklore, trolls are able to make themselves invisible, travel on the wind, and shapeshift into different objects, for example fallen logs or rolling balls of yarn, or animals such as cats and dogs. To a large extent, these abilities can be compared to those of the Alp, Mara and Draugr mentioned above, and point towards a shared connective origin, an idea that will be developed further on in this article. If the Alp, Mara and Draugr can enter people's dreams, drain victims of energy and thus take control of them, Trolls can control people by abducting them and taking them into their abode. In Swedish folklore, there is a term referring to this type of abduction, as victims are said to be bergtagna, taken by the mountain hill. This term also means spirited away, which refers to the fact that an abducted individual is more often than not completely changed as a person upon his/her return among people. Often considered insane or affected by some strange apathy, i.e. drained of energy, they will never be their former selves again and will feel foreign to the ordinary world. Some forget their own native language and instead speak their own. A lot of them also lose their memory, which is sometimes regarded by folkloristic sources as having been caused by a drink of forgetfulness poured into the victims by the trolls. I will elaborate on this topic later in the article. Based upon their association with the returning dead and their evil nature, it seems as if trolls were originally considered to be spirits of the dead, and more commonly the spirits of sinister men, only to later evolve into natural beings of both sexes, also associated with other dwellings than burial mounds, including the obscure depths of forests. To enter these daunting places is to enter the unknown, the dark, the hidden and the mysterious. It is also perhaps the equivalent of entering the death realm of Helheimr, or the horrifying Jornvider, Ironwood, within Jotunheimr. See page 62. In southern parts of Sweden, trolls are often considered to comprise supernatural beings as whole. In other Germanic areas, similar paranormal beings go collectively under other names. For those who want to know more about trolls and other energy-draining entities of Germanic tradition, you can read more in the book Abgrundjabokiz Twai. In addition to my article, the book also contains the articles Loka Blota, The Initial Sacrifice to Loki by Nithas, 9-in-1, A Germanic Perspective on Mankind by Wustie, and Thorisa Yeragangas, The Guide to the Thursian Year by Hraiwas. I will post a link below to where you can purchase your own copy of the book. And finally, remember, it's only up to you to keep traditions alive. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumb up. In addition to YouTube, you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Links in the description for this video. And if you want to support my continuous work with my channel, please subscribe and click the bell button below to stay notified on future uploads.